Hello everybody, Glitch Reaper here, back for some more Magic Duel story mode with more of Zendikar. And this is going to be the second Battle of Seagate, where they regroup and try to take things back from the Eldrazi. So let's see the Zendikari and Gideon and all those that these brought together try to make a big comeback. You fearlessly lead your new army against the massive Eldrazi at Seagate. The odds are against you, but you are determined, and the Zendikari follow your lead. The battle is hard fought, and just when you need it most, your ally Jace Beleren arrives to turn the tide. The thing is that Jace is also someone that Gideon already knew, and he just kind of comes in, so it's like, I'm here. I see you're in trouble, so maybe I can help you out. But I don't think he contributes to this fight. You have Gideon's army versus the Eldrazi. It's my turn, so that's kind of a good thing with this. Two forests, but most of my stuff's gonna need white. All of it is, actually. So let's mulligan that. Okay, that's much better. Got a plains, a forest, a couple of evolving wilds. Core Castigator, Orn Reef Survivalist, Gideon's Approach. Okay, let's try this one. Yeah. Evolving Wilds is good just to speed up things. Thing is, I don't have anything I can play immediately because all this requires 2, and I can only get out 1 land per turn. So I'm gonna go ahead and sack that because that's what it's there for. And I am going to grab myself. I think I'm gonna grab myself a second plains. So that goes right into the battlefield tapped after you do that. But Evolving Wilds is mainly here to get you another basic land. You sacrifice it, you search your library for a basic land, it goes into play tap. That's what it's there for. Sludge Crawler, Devoid, Ingest, which means whenever it hits me, it'll take a card off my deck. Pay 2 generic mana, and Sludge Crawler gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So that can be powered up. So that's something to keep in mind. But I have a couple of... Oh, I have a couple of them. Orn Reef Survivalists ×2. Nice. This'll help. Hopefully a lot. So let's see what they're going to do about that. Because every time an Orn Reef Survivalist comes into play, or another ally, it gets a +1/+1 counter. So it builds up, and it can build up pretty quickly. Yeah, if I were them, I wouldn't have attacked then either. Another Sludge Crawler. It's the same thing as that one. Okay. Another... I'll pop down another forest this time. Another Orn Reef Survivalist. So let's get a couple of these guys out. Have them power each other up. So now that one's a 3/3 and this one's going to be a 2/2. They can't stop me from hitting because they don't have any mana to power those up. So I'm going to attack with this and see if I can take at least one of them out. Nope, they didn't block, so they're just going to take that 3 damage. Wonk. Thank you. Human Warrior Ally. Yep, I'd say that was good alliance there. Okay, Dominator Drone, Devoid, Ingest, and when Dominator Drone enters the battlefield, if you control another colorless creature, each opponent loses 2 life. So they're going to try to take 2 life off me right there. Okay, that zapped me a bit. But I have another ally, so therefore these are going to power up. Because this guy's a core wizard ally. So, charge up. There we go. Okay. They do have enough attack power to collectively take this out, but it will cost them 2. If I attack with both, they're going to have to lose it all if they're going to stop that all. I'll still have this guy to block. I have this to cast, so how about I just unleash this, and then if they block with anything, I'll knock it out. Actually, let's go both. Let's go both. Because I'm gonna have to be aggressive this time. Because this is a pretty rough fight. He's trying to do that, but nope, not letting him. So you would have enough power to take it out, so that would have worked if I didn't have that card. So thank you, luck. And these guys just can't be blocked by Eldrazi Scions. That might come up later in this fight, maybe. But at least with 3 points of power, it's got a decent ability to deal with things. Do I want to let that go through? That's an issue, because let that go through, I'm going to lose some cards. But if I... Well, I guess I do need to take down their army, so I'm going to go ahead and let this guy sacrifice for the greater good. So, Core Castigator, you just took down an Eldrazi, so feel proud. Core Blade Whirl. Oh. Whenever a Core Blade Whirl or another ally enters the battlefield under your control, creatures you control gain first strike until end of turn. Nice. So let's unleash this one, and these two are now going to power up even more. And they get first strike until end of turn. So this is gonna hurt. I don't think they can even power this thing up enough to stop either of these. So they're definitely taking a hit. But now they use Grave Birthing. Target opponent exiles a card from his or her graveyard. You put a 1/1 colorless Eldrazi Scion creature token onto the battlefield. It has sacrificed this creature. Add 1 colorless to your mana pool and draw a card. So they're getting a little desperate, but that does mean they'll have a second blocker. I'm releasing my Evolving Wilds because it's pretty hard to get lands back from your graveyard anyhow. Okay, and they are both just whacked. So much for that extra source of mana you were thinking of. That Sludge Crawler is out. So I just knocked their army right off their field, so they need to summon other things quickly or they're gonna get it. A Sunken Hollow, Island Swamp, okay, that's a nice one. Another Grave Birthing attempt. So they're desperate for reinforcements. Gideon's Reproach. I don't think I'll be getting back instants anytime soon either. Mist Intruder, Flying, Devoid, and Ingest. So that's going to be a little problematic because again, if it hits, I'm going to lose cards. But with them tapped out, I can use my full forces. Oh. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna enjoy this one. Okay. Oh, something about Revolving Wilds. I like this quote that from this exact variation. The Eldrazi may be ruthless, but the Zendikar are relentless. It's like saying, yeah, get out of our home. I'm taking this extra forest. The Veteran War Leader. Now, this is one of the best cards from this set. Oh my gosh. Well, one of them anyhow. Veteran War Leader's power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control. When tap another untapped ally you control, Veteran War Leader gains your choice of First Strike, Vigilance, or Trample until end of turn. Yeah, this one's just like, yeah, I am been through more than a few wars, and you are not going to be the end of me. He's like, take this, everybody. And they are just powering up like crazy. Oh gosh, yeah, this is gonna be a pummeling spree. I think I'm gonna hold this one back just so I can actually use that ability because he can gain first strike until end of turn. That means if I were to hold back on him and tap this guy, I could use that to give him first strike. So I'm going to go with both of these because they already got first strike to the effect of this one, which is Core Blade Whirl. So this heavily ally-based deck does have some advantages. So I'm going to see if I can flatten those two enemies. Because if they don't block with either of them, that's going to be a huge hit. Okay, there that one goes. Eldrazi Scion is down. And so is the Mist Intruder. So they just got thwonked. So, yeah. I don't think they're going to come up with much with haste, so I don't think that I'm really going to need that special ability, but let's see. Blight Herder. Whenever you cast Blight Herder, you may put 2 cards from your opponent's, your darn lips. You may put 2 cards your opponents own from exile into their owner's graveyards. If you do, put 3 colorless Eldrazi Scion creature tokens on the battlefield, and they can be sacrificed for colorless mana. So, this is going to basically put both of my, my graveyard is now restored, but now there's an absolute ton of Eldrazi there, so, yeah. And that thing's too big for him to take out, so that's a bit of an issue. However, these two have enough first strike that between the two of them they can wreck that side of the combat. I mean, they don't have enough first strike. Sorry, that one would have given first strike, but I don't have another one right now. Now that one can block kill that. That one can take any of that out, so I could go with just striking with both of these two again and keep up the pressure, because either of these, if it's blocked by that, will kill it. So then that will just take it out. This one isn't strong enough to take that out right now, but if I force them to use their best, they're going to be in trouble. But then again, trying to make sure this guy's power and toughness are as good as possible means I might not want to risk letting one of these die yet. So I'll see what they do and see if I can block kill a few. So I think I'm going to bide this turn. And see what happens. Maybe I'll get another card that'll help me take this out after a while. Or at least power them up. So if I can get another ally, that would be nice. Yeah, the computer's thinking, do I really want to attack right now? Because I'm ready to counter. Grip of Desolation. Exile target creature and target land? Oh boy. That's bad. The hand closed, there was first terror, then numbness, and finally nothingness. So that's definitely an Eldrazi just blowing away. I think that's Kozilek. So that might be one of the big ones. Oh, they're taking out my my one with the most power. Okay, they're not targeting him. I was really worried they'd be targeting him, but no. I was kind of surprised that they didn't. But we're back to this. I said I need another ally, and here we are. So now he's just as strong as the last one. And on top of that has first strike. So, let's see, shall we dance? Because if I attack with this, I will have enough first strike to wipe out more than one thing. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that assault this time. Because now it has first strike. Keeping these two on hand will be useful in other ways too. But let's wait and see how this goes, because they might take it out, but it's going to cost them. Nope, they're just letting one die. They're like, I'm going to take the safe thing and just let one die, not the whole thing. So, yeah. I mean, I could use that to block kill that, but I was trying to see if I could keep their army down a bit. Culling Drone. Devoid and Ingest, so not too many properties, but again, I need to be wary of it actually hitting me. Oh, they're doing something big. Ulamog's Despoiler. As Ulamog's Despoiler enters the battlefield, you may put 2 cards of your opponent's your opponent's own into exile. Darn lips. As Ulamog's Despoiler enters the battlefield, you may put 2 cards your opponent's own from exile into their owner's graveyards. If you do, Ulamog's Despoiler enters the battlefield with 4 +1/+1 counters on it. Oh my gosh, that's huge. I do know of a card that can take this down. I just don't know if it's gonna show up. It's not looking like it. I might have to reset. Do I? Well, actually, I do have enough attack power between this and this to take that monster down. It's like a whopping 9/9. But the fact is, if I do that, I might lose. One of them. I'm probably gonna lose one of them. So this is a problem. Okay, let me think about this. Actually, I might be able to sacrifice something else instead, just to keep this thing going, because neither of these really has trample. I can kill that. So if I let one of these go... Yeah, I can let one of these go. I can block kill that. I can let one of these Core Blade Whirls block it and just go. And then that should at least hold it off long enough for me to see if I can get something else. So, I'm going to try doing it this way. This will take down my Veteran War Leader's stats a bit, though, because I'll be losing a creature. Yikes. Wasteland Strangler. Devoid, whenever it enters the battlefield, you may put a card an opponent owns from exile into that player's graveyard. If you do, target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. But my graveyard is full right now. I don't have any cards in exile, so they can't actually do that. So that was timing on their part that didn't work out. Okay, let's see here. I'll go ahead and do another Evolving Wilds, because that's what I got. Okay, now the two of those combined, let me see. Is that a... It's a culling drone, not a sludge crawler. So, I can maybe try taking these two out and maybe blocking with this next turn. So, maybe, because this is getting a bit rough. There goes the drone. This is gonna get a bit iffy. Because that thing just has so much power right now. But they're not using it. Okay. I think I'll gain some first strike here. And try block killing this thing. There goes the Wasteland Strangler. Okay, pretty grateful they didn't block with that. I mean, they didn't attack with that. Oh my gosh. But getting around is gonna be murder. I could let these two go, maybe, to get rid of that one thing. But that's gonna be a tough call. Right now they're kind of walled up. You can only block one thing at a time, though. So I could try swarming it. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna try to see if I can block kill it next turn. I don't want to have to do it this way, but I don't think I have much of a choice. No, they didn't do anything. Oh, thank you. Thank you. This is the one card I really needed. Smite the Monstrous. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Yes! Yes, thank you. After watching the core in battle, Gideon understood the difference between working together and working as one. Nice. Goodbye. Let's just say thank you for going away now. I can officially go all out for a little while and make some progress. So it's payback time for the previous Seagate experience. And here's the payback. Yeah, the allies are totally allied and walloping you. So take that, Eldrazi. Wonk. Thank you. Oh gosh. Dominator Drone. A Devoid Ingest, and aha, they're not going to be able to do that part this time. They're not going to be able to take down 2 points of life because there's no other colorless creature. Ah. Another veteran war leader. Well, this is kind of interesting. Hey look, now there's 2 of them. You know what that means? It's called Time to Run You Down. As I activate the ability of my first veteran war leader, I tap this ally, and I am gaining first strike. Oh wait, I already had first strike. But doesn't matter, because the other thing I was going to do is tap this one and gain trample. In fact, with nothing in their hand, I can go all out and even do the other ability. Let's actually go ahead with this. It may not seem like the wise move at first, but I'm also gaining vigilance. So I'm gaining everything. Goodbye. Because with trample, I will deal that last 2 damage to you anyhow. With vigilance, I'll still be here. And with first strike, wonk. So goodbye. Whew. Okay, so I may have accidentally overdid it with the extra first strike because of the other one's ability, but it was worth it. That was interesting. Oh my gosh, thank you, veteran war leaders. That really is a great card. Whew. Oh my god. Oh, actually, there's something with View Battlefield I might want to show off. This Sunken Hollow, it says it's an island swamp, so it's basically 2 types of land that are out of the normal basic types. There used to, a long time ago, there was a dual lands that had no downside. They literally were like just 2 types of lands, and they gave you both types of mana for like no other problem. And so this Sunken Hollow, it says if it'll enter the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands. So that's at least one little thing that you have to be concerned about. But at the same time, the old school ones were even better because they just were both types and just did both. So they were even better. But it's just a little history there. But you just know that you'll almost never see those because that's just not how modern Magic is anymore. So unfortunately, that's just the way it is. But you can still sometimes get a little taste of what it was like these. So that would count literally as an island and a swamp. So anything that says that you need an island or a swamp, that counts. So just a bit of a magic history lesson for you. For now, it's time to go on to the last part of this. So Gideon's army has won! Victory! Seagate once again belongs to the Zendikari, but you can't celebrate for long. A monstrous form appears on the horizon. It's the Eldrazi Titan Ulamog. He's on a warpath, heading straight towards Seagate. You need a plan. So yes, Ulamog, one of the 3 Eldrazi Titans, is definitely on his way. The thing is that there's 3 Eldrazi Titans. Ulamog, Kozilek, and Imrakul. Those 3 are essentially the leadership. Speaking of 3, we have 3 Planeswalkers here because that's Nissa Ravain, that's Gideon Jura, and here's Jace Beleren. So he's the guy who just showed up going, hey, need some help, but didn't contribute anything to this particular battle in the story mode. He's like, hi, here I am. So maybe he was off in the back doing stuff, but yeah, I didn't see any blue in that fight, did you? Oh well. For anyhow, I'll be logging off. So this has been Glitch Reaper. I hope to hear from you all later, and bye for now, everybody.